Hey you guys, hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to talk about Britney Spears. I put up a thumbnail, but unfortunately YouTube flagged it as too much nudity. So I had to redo one. Also, I do know that when it comes to Britney Spears and the photos that she posts on her Instagram, it's like split down the middle, mostly, with a lot of people saying, like, let her be her, like, let her do her, with other people saying she shouldn't do this because of how much it embarrasses, her children. So I just want to ask everyone's opinion in here is welcome. Just respect each other's opinions. Obviously, it doesn't mean that you can't engage in conversation about it if you want to, but just be respectful of everybody's opinion because this situation, when you go to the comment section of Britney Spears' photos, there are so many people that is like, leave her alone. Seems like they're yelling to the ones that are saying, please don't do this. This is why your children don't talk to you. So it's very much like divided here. But I am noticing that the more photos that Britney posts, the more negative reaction she is getting. Like when she first started posting these kind of risque photos, everyone was like, yes, queen, like she's finally free, do you? But the more it gets and the more risque it gets, it seems to be that people are starting to say, oh, well, this may be too much. And I do agree that people do not have to look at it. Unfortunately, she is a public figure, so it's going to bring in people's opinions. So that's just kind of what it is. But let's go over what exactly has happened. I'm going to show you guys. Now, her boys did an interview last month where they basically said it does embarrass them. Their mom is Britney Spears. And can you imagine going to school and having a mom famous who is a sex symbol like Britney Spears? And I'm sure all your friends are like, oh, your mom's so hot. I want to sleep with your mom, blah, 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 blah. I mean, my boys get this here. Like my son, Caden, who is 15, they don't say they want to sleep with me because, as far as I know, but they will tease my son about, and he's like, shut up, shut up. So just imagining their mom being Britney Spears is probably magnified a million times that all of their friends think that she's hot. And then with her posting photos like this, their friends are probably like, oh, I see your mama naked, and it does probably make them feel a certain type of way. Everyone is entitled to their feelings. Britney Spears is grown. If she wants to post the photos, she can post the photos. It's obviously not against Instagram's guidelines for her to post these photos. Now, the thing about it is her boys also have every right to feel the way that they feel as well. And if her posting these photos makes them feel like this is so embarrassing that I just don't want to talk to her or see her because that is their right as well. I wish I had a body like that at 44. Heck yes. Would I ever post photos like this at 40? Heck no. I mean, yeah, a body like that, great. Would I post photos? I personally wouldn't, but everyone is different. So let's go. I'm going to show you guys the photos. They are. It does seem like they're getting more and more, more nudity is involved. Also, it seems like she's at a public beach. Or like, I don't know if she's like in Hawaii right now or where she may be. But there are like regular smegular people walking around in the background with clothes on. Because at first I was like, well, maybe she's at like a nudity beach. They have those. So I was like, maybe she's at a nudity beach where this is like normal. And then I'm looking in the background. I'm like, there is literally men back there getting in little canoes. Let me show you guys. There's men back there getting in little canoes. From what I can see, I don't see children. But I do see 1, 2, 3, 4 men back there. And she is Britney Spears. So they could be taking photos of her backside and selling them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if I was Britney and I was going to do some photos like that, I think I would go to a private beach just so I didn't have like strangers looking at me. Right. I, I just don't think she sees what people her age do and think now this is 20, no kids, no husband thing, but think what her sons have to hear from the other kids the nasty stuff about the boys. Yeah. Britney was raised in a glass bubble and constrained to the point of breaking in her 20s, then forced fed meds for over a decade, keeping her from naturally maturing mentally and emotionally. Yes. Yeah, if they get the photos of her backside though, and they contact TMZ, I'm sure TMZ would pay a pretty penny of even the backside, you know? So here is, and you guys, I'm going to scroll down on the photo. Let me zoom out because, I mean, she's just got these little hearts over her body, but it's a whole pic. It shows boobies and Britney. Ironically, I call a female vagina a Britney. And I got that from back in the day when Britney Spears used to hang out with Paris Hilton, and she used to wear dresses, and she wouldn't wear underwear, and photographers would catch her getting in and out of vehicles, and they would photograph her, and they would catch her vagine, would be in the photo, and they would have to blur it out, and they would obviously mention that Britney was not wearing any underwear. So I started calling the female lady bits a Britney. So, I'd be like, I don't know, like, I don't even know how to use it in a sentence. Like, well, let me cover up my Britney, something like that. So she's using, little hearts to cover up her little boobies and her Britney. Someone mentioned they hardly see her husband in pictures, anyone, and finds it strange. Yeah. So, someone said, I don't think she's free, y'all. Who's taking these pics? And with the people in the background who could also snap shots of Britney naked on a beach, y'all, this seems weird AF. Also, why are her teeth so different than 5 years ago? I do have to be fair. My teeth are different from 5 years ago. I think teeth do change over time. I mean, mine has. Also, why is she in the same studio that her dad forced her to go to? IG letting Britney post this, but censoring normal folk stuff. Something not right. Is it me, or does she just keep getting more and more naked? Hard life or not, put those boys first and cut the BS. I'm reading some of the comments. Here, let's scoot this over and blow it up a little bit so you guys can kind of read along with me. Okay. The people in the background will have a story to share for generations to come. Yeah, right? I don't know who this person is, but they have a verified Twitter, Instagram account. The people in the background will have a story to share for generations to come. No lie. I mean, they're going to be like, I was on a beach one time in Bunny Rabbit, Australia, and literally Britney Spears was such and such yards away from me taking nudie photos. And I got to see her booty and everything, I'm starting to think now that Britney is unstable and the people cheering her on don't care about her. All the people who freed her got super quiet suddenly. She treats her children worse than how her parents treated her, but she's always the victim. Be a mother and stop traumatizing those children. I mean, it seems like more people are saying, like, this is getting to be too much. Like, we understand, you're free, so you haven't been able to express yourself the way that you want in years, so now this is what you're doing. And, posting these sexy photos, like, at first, okay. But it seems like the majority of people now are saying it's getting to be too much. Especially after her sons did come out to say, this is one of the reasons why they don't see their mom anymore, because this is embarrassing to them. It's her body. She is free. Double standards in the U.S. What about Kim and Paris? Always naked and even sex tapes. I do not get it. That's what someone said. Britney, we love you for more than your body and your music. Just wanted you to know that. That was a nice comment. Also, she chopped her hair off from what is being said. Like, it's short now. It's not shameful, but the photos aren't tasteful either. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. People will defend anything nowadays. Oh no, it's more showy. Again, shaming for nothing. Nobody says crap when men go naked with just a sock. If my dad ever posted a nudie photo only covering his junk with a sock, I would call him and be like, Dad, what the heck are you doing? Besides embarrassing me. It's completely ridiculous. She has freedom, and now she should be working towards self respect and respect of others, most importantly, her children. I love Britney, but why is she always naked and twirling around with her bedhead, runny eyeliner, little shorts that constantly pulls down with her thumbs and her crop tops? Britney straight up trolling the haters at this point. Literally, what is happening? It's not a new beach. It's not even a private beach. That was a lot of my concern. Is it's not a nude beach and it's not even a private beach. There could potentially be kids on this beach that is seeing Britney Spears over, not even that far away. You have every right to do this, but don't post it. I know I would not want to see my mom post a picture like this. Although, if you are on a nude beach, do it, enjoy it, but don't make it to where anyone else has to see. Good God, leave that amazing book out of your shenanigans. She posted a book as well. I think her husband is taking the pictures and posting them. He is clearly out to ruin her. I don't get why people praise this behavior. All right, so let me shrink it up a little bit, and we're going to look at some more photos. I mean, the age that she actually is right now is not the age she is mentally. So while we expect her to act like a normal, like 40-year-old, however old she is, her mind is not 40 years old. I mean, she may be stuck in like her teens. I don't even know at this point. All right, let's see. Let me get it where. There she is, just kind of walking around. Pages of a book, Visual Voyages. There she is again. There she is again. I mean, it looks like there's a lot of like tents back there with potentially people at these tents. Yeah, there's definitely people back there. I mean, there's people walking around. Here's another one. I find it annoying that us common folks will be banned from social media if we post content like this, but celebrities like Britney's are excused. I do have to say that, like, even my thumbnail got taken off YouTube, like, immediately. I thought she was pregnant. She miscarried. So she got pregnant before she got married, and they miscarried. Hey, Zan. Mess can cause dry mouth, leading to poor dental hygiene care. That makes sense. I think I've heard that before. Um, so yesterday she posted this photo and it said, I woke up this morning in the most adorable room I've ever stayed in my entire life. I feel so blessed. I was inspired by Khloe Kardashian's hair, so I'm working on a deep conditioning today. They say nothing is impossible. Well, I do nothing every day. I know, that was lame. Either way, I was shocked to see how many comments there are under my post I did yesterday. I look, and good God, people are absolutely hateful. It saddens me to realize a person who watches something on Instagram that doesn't even know me takes the time to even comment and say such hateful words. What a sad life. Yes, I'm sensitive, so it hurts my feelings. And as for all of your comments about my kids go, the last phone call I had with my sons that I haven't spoke to in 9 months, he literally laughed in my face and hung up. Absolutely hateful. I do social media because I find joy out of making silly videos. People are hateful, so my advice to people in this world is if you're lucky to find someone nice, hang on for life because those people are rare. What did she post yesterday? Spinner. Okay, what did she post yesterday? In regards to Chloe, saying she got... Hey, Cece. Oh my goodness. Could you imagine? Is that Selena Gomez? It is Selena. And it is Selena with a Barbie doll head in her mouth. And it says, please tell us why you always post this picture of Selena. Something is up with this picture of Selena. Because she's posted it many times. There's no coincidences here. I don't know what is up with it. Huh. Nails and sadness. And this video, she posted like 6 or 7 times. Someone said, I think this is the 5th or 6th time that I've seen this video with different captions. Britney, are you okay? If this isn't Britney posting, what the hell is with the narrative? Britney social team. Yeah, I'm talking to you. I've only ever been a casual fan, but I've been following this account over the last year because it seems like whatever is happening is not right at all, and I am genuinely concerned. Are we going to ignore the fact that she's dancing to Jeffrey Dahmer's soundtrack? Does no one see the reflection of the tripod on her body? The camera is behind a glass. What? It is. That's weird. The camera is behind a glass, but that could be like her room. It could be so her jumping around doesn't make the camera fall and break, but you can tell there is a reflection. Can you guys see that? Selena says she hated that pic, and Britney keeps posting it as a dig because she told Britney she wanted the best for her. Oh. It definitely, I can see that her camera is behind a mirror, behind a window. You can tell if you guys go to her social media and go to this video, you can tell. But you can see a reflection every once in a while. It could just be because if the camera was in there right in front of her, her moving around, could potentially shake it, make it fall. But those dance moves are very strange. Like, if I ever saw someone like dancing on stage, I would be like, that's very strange dance moves. Also, like, what is the thing with the neck? Almost like she's, I don't know. I don't know. That is the strangest dance. Like if you watch her before, like years ago, she had great dance moves. I mean, but now her dance moves are very kind of weird. I don't know. Almost as if she just kind of throws something together. I'm not sure. Um, Also, I noticed like anytime she wears heels, almost like 90% of the time, it's the same heels. And they're like these older style heels. The ones that she's got on in there, I think. Let me see if it looks like she's behind a glass in this one. Okay, but does anyone else feel that the dances are always the same? Just me? Okay, you do you. Why in her dancing is she making devil horns, doing the 3-6 symbol with her hands? There's something not quite right here. I'm trying to see if I can see that reflection. Yep, I can see it again. But that could just mean, like I said, that she sets her camera up, behind her window or something. Like if you see behind her, there's a window back there, like a glass door, maybe a sliding door. So maybe she just sometimes puts her camera behind these windows so it doesn't fall. I don't know. You can see it now that it's been pointed out. I mean, I bet that's a good way to stay in shape. So I'm going to go over this little article with you guys really quick, but it's okay. So Britney took her Instagram page into her Instagram page to post some seriously racy snaps in the most explicit Photoshop yet. We looked at those photos. They are pretty explicit. The first image shows the pop star kneeling in the ocean wearing absolutely nothing but an oversized straw hat. Britney protected her modesty by covering her chest with her hands and used a strategically placed red heart emoji for her Britney. She left the photos, the caption blank, like she didn't put a caption. And later she shared even more photos from the same shoot. In one shot, Britney stood up in the water and pulled another seductive pose while clutching her chest. She also shared a photo of herself laying down, covered in sand, as she threw her head up to the sky. So it left Britney's 41.9 million followers divided over the sultry shoot. Many took it upon themselves to remind her of her two sons, Sean Preston, who is 17, and Jaden, who is 16. Please stop. This is not okay for your boys. I know, right? Another one said, Britney, you are beautiful, but you have to stop posting stuff like this. Think of your boys and how it affects them. The third person added, sorry, but you have children. Respect them. So what do you guys think? Posting photos like this as a mom when you have teen children, is that disrespectful to them? I think my son would feel disrespected. Like, if I did that and posted it right now, my son would immediately call me and be like, what are you doing, mom? Because, I mean, some of his kids follow me on social media. I mean, some of his, like, football friends follow me on social media. On my Instagram, some of his friends follow me. So he would be like, Mom, what are you doing? They already talk about you. Now they're really going to talk about you. So the comments come after Britney's youngest son, Jaden, shared his thoughts over her naked Instagram snaps. The teenager who lives with his father, Britney's ex-husband, Kevin Federline, said that he understood why Britney feels the need to share such pictures, but also admitted that it is one of the factors as to what's been coming in between them. Since the end of her 13-year conservatorship last November, Britney has posted many racy images in which she appears in various states of undress. Discussing his mom's social media activity, Jaden told The Sun, social media may help her. So if that's what she wants to do, I'm not going to hate her for that. At the same time, she should come to the realization of whatever it is that stops her loving her family. It's almost like she has to post something on Instagram to get some attention. This has gone on for many years. There's a high chance that this will never stop, but I'm hoping for me that it will stop. Yeah. Well, she was 20 when she had them. She posted news back then. Why now? She knew wrong then. She knows wrong now. Kids, no, don't show privates. Before she broke down, she acted her age. Um, if I did that, my 21-year-old would have a fit and tell me it's unacceptable. I mean, yeah, my kids definitely would. Last month, Britney admitted that she felt like a huge part of her has died due to the lack of contact with her boys. Speaking on Instagram, she said, I used to have my kids at one point, way more than Kevin. But people don't remember that part because they always focus on the negative. From when they were 6 to 9 years old, I had them 70% of the time. And of course, since they've been gone, I've felt like a huge part of me has died. Like literally, I have no purpose anymore. They were my joy. They were my everything. That was what I lived for. Then all of a sudden, they were gone. It's just like my heart stopped beating. I don't understand how it's so easy for them to cut me off like that. I just don't understand. I think, feeling embarrassed is probably one reason due to those photos. I mean, they said that. Like, if this is what she needs to feel some validation or for the attention, then they don't want to hate on her for that. But at the same time, it does make them feel some type of way. It is embarrassing for them. At the end of the day, I mean, it has paid their bills. So I yeah. Another package? Thanks, babe. That's Paris's box and gloves. Thank you.
Are you going live?
Yeah, I am on live. Um, so yeah, I think, like I said, the internet is divided over it. A lot of people like leave her alone, let her do what she wants to do. She's a grown woman, while other people saying, please stop, please think about your boys. This is why they don't talk to you. What are you doing? And the way that I feel, and like I said, all opinions are welcome here, but I just have to like put myself in that position. If my mom was to do that, if my mom was to post pictures like that, I would be so embarrassed. If I was to post photos like that, my kids would be so embarrassed. Some people don't believe that her conservatorship is really over. I've heard that as well. Did I just cut this? Dang it. I like to save these bags because you can reuse them, but I just cut it open. I pray she finds Jesus and can finally release all the hurt, shame, and anger. A secret place to finally be known. What about when one of those brats were going to tell their mom secret on the gram? Wait, what were they going to do? I think, unfortunately, the position that Britney is in, the position that her kids are in, is a position that, we'll never know. I mean, none of us are Britney Spears. None of us come from a parent that is a, you know, celebrity like Britney. This is part of my daughter's costume. Ugh, they stink. Yeah. For homecoming week. It's fight night. Do your kids get over $25,000? No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying none of us can relate because none of us are in that position. None of us, as kids, we don't have a mom that has been famous since before we were even born. That is, is worldwide famous. We never had a normal life. Like they've never had a normal life, because they were Britney Spears kids. I can only speak from how I would feel. And like I said, if my mom posted that photo, I don't care if she was paying my bills or not. Because just because you pay someone's bills, it doesn't mean they are not allowed their feelings. Britney Spears is allowed to feel like, hey, if I want to post this photo, I'm grown, I can post it. But her kids can also feel like that's embarrassing and I don't want to talk to my mom if she's doing something like that. And they can do that. So you really have to. Here's the thing: if her kids say that's embarrassing, it's super embarrassing for my mom to post naked photos. My friends at school are looking at these photos and then coming to me making all these comments. It's embarrassing. Um, and if they say, okay, mom, we would at least like you to tone it down a little bit. And rather than toning it down a little bit, she does even more and more and more, post more nude photos, even more undressed. Then I, as the child, would take that as, well, my mom absolutely does not care about my feelings and won't even try to tone it down, but is doing even worse than what I asked. So you know what? I'm not going to talk to them. I'm not going to talk. I'm not going to talk to her. That's their right as children. Brats or not, brats or not, they still, you can be the biggest brat in the world, but when it comes to your mom, you still have you still have every right to have feelings over her actions. If her actions are on a scale like this. And they may not have ever had respect. I don't know. I heard the way the kids were talking to her and some of the audio that was dropped, and I was like, oh, that's very rude. But you know, both parents are responsible to take care of them. Mom and dad have a moral obligation to take care of their kids. Um, but like I said, it's divided. It's divided. I personally feel like if it came to me, um, if my kids said, "Hey, I'm not going to talk to you because I've asked you to tone it down and you don't respect that at all. You're actually doing worse. So I'm not going to talk to you." I would say, you know what, that I'm not going to do that anymore because that embarrasses my kids and they've asked me not to and they're not talking to me. So I'm not going to do that. I'll find other ways. She can dance on Instagram or she can continue doing it and then just have to be okay with the fact that her kids are not talking to her. But everyone is entitled to their opinion. If you go over on the Instagram, and you voice your opinion, if you say, Britney, please stop, you're embarrassing your kids, you're going to have, one of Britney's fans saying, leave her alone. But if you say, yes, girl, do your thing, you're going to have someone say, oh my God, are you serious? She's embarrassing her kids. So you, even to speak your opinion on her post, they're just kind of going at it. But anyways, I saw the photos and I was shocked. I'm not gonna lie. I've seen photos of Britney, just covering up her boobs, but like all of it together on a public beach, no less. That one is concerning that she is on a public beach where there are people not far from her getting in their little canoes. You know what I'm saying? Um, they could very well take photos of her doing this and try to sell them. You know, the fact that she did it on a public beach is concerning to me because I'm like, girl, you could have at least went to a nude beach, a private beach somewhere, but doing it on a public beach does have me kind of concerned. Um, and like I said, if her kids make the decision after he released those tapes, I'm sure he's done his share of crap talking. Yeah. I have to wonder if a lot of it isn't her acting out because of the situation. But she has no issues. She's on her own mind. Why is her husband okay with this? He's in a. I don't know. Sean would never be okay with this. Um, Sean would not want me to be nude online at all. I saw videos of him running on the beach, snapping photos of her. Yeah, I think he's like very supportive of this. Like whatever Britney wants, he's supportive of it. So I don't know. You guys, please try not to argue though. Anybody watching this on replay, everyone is entitled to their opinions. Um, I am coming to the belief that Sam may be okay with anything that she does because he don't want to say I don't like that, and then her be like, "Bye, boy," or "Boy, bye," you know. I don't know, because I do feel like at some point your husband should step up and say, "Hey, this is a little too much. Let's tone it down, babe." But you can be happy and be creative, and without having to post news online. In my opinion, you know. But anyways, you guys leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. Try to respect everyone's opinion. I am of the opinion that I would not do it if it cost my kids to not speak to me. I would be like, okay, it's not worth that. Me expressing myself on the gram is not worth my, losing a relationship with my children. Before she knows it, that 9 months is gonna be 2 years, and then it's gonna be 2 years that she has not talked to her children. And what is it over? So she could post her nude photos. It's just not worth it, in my opinion. So I don't know. I hope that they can get it worked out. They need counseling. I wish maybe someone, and I know Britney doesn't trust hardly anyone. So even to trust someone to, do counseling, I could understand how she wouldn't want to do it, but I think the whole family needs counseling. Like Brittany and the boys, Brittany, the boys and Kevin, the boys and Kevin. Like maybe everyone should go to counseling to try to figure out how to navigate, the circumstances of this family, and what would be the best thing to do to move forward. People found her dancing as a problem as well. I don't find her dancing as a problem. Like I don't particularly like her dancing anymore. I used to. I used to love her dancing. The dancing does seem just like weird movements almost, in my opinion. But Brittany's from Louisiana. I'm from Louisiana. I grew up listening to Britney. Like, I love Britney. So I'm not sitting here trying to dog her. I personally don't like the dance moves anymore. But I hope that she does whatever she needs to do, that she can be happy, that she finds healing. Yeah. But you guys leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. I'm definitely going to be doing at least 2 more lives today. I think we're going to talk about, so you guys know that Josh Duggar filed the paperwork for his appeal, and he is blaming a family friend named Caleb Williams, saying that Caleb Williams was the one that viewed the PORN on the computer. Caleb Williams has spoke out to say that's not true, and people are asking Caleb Williams if he's going to sue Josh Duggar. So I'm going to cover that in a little bit, you guys. Also, members, we are reading the Jeanette McCurdy I'm Glad My Mom Died book. And we do have a Discord. If you are a member, channel member, or Patreon member, the link to the Discord is on my community tab or in the Patreon, whichever one you are a member of. The link to the member streams, where we've read some of this already, also on the community tab. You guys let me your thoughts. Give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys back here in just a little bit. Goodbye, everyone.